Hello, this is Richard C. Wilson, CEO of the Family Office Club, and I wanted to record this short video on marketing materials for capital raising, pitch decks, and kind of what type of budget you should have while approaching the space. One thing to keep in mind is that when you're asking an investor to invest, whether it's $100,000 or $1 million or $10 million, if it doesn't look like you've invested in a professional team, a professional offering, if you don't have a logo, if you don't have a pitch deck, it's going to severely hurt your chances of them taking you seriously because it looks like you haven't taken your own project very seriously. You really want to show that this is a high conviction project, you're dedicated to it long term, you're doing things the right way at every turn, that you're doing things in a high quality way, that you're not cutting too many corners, you're really doing things in a way that only somebody would act if they were really committed to something over the next decade or two. And I think that's what reassures and de-risks things for investors and allows them to grow their trust in what you're doing. So what I found is that for those raising 30 to 40 million or less, say $5 or $10 million, if you just start with investing 0.1% of what you're raising into your materials, it can make a big difference. So let's say you're raising $5 million. Perhaps consider spending $5,000 getting your pitch deck, your one pager, and your logo done right. Or if you're raising 20 million, consider just investing $20,000, because if you don't, the underlying message to investors subconsciously or in a very aware nature would be that you're asking them to invest millions and you're not even willing to invest tens of thousands in what you're doing. The results of what you do for investors, the genuine value you provide, your value add process, your team, the deals you source, how you manage their portfolio. I get that all of that is the real value. That's what they're paying for. That's where they want the investment to be. But you're kind of shooting yourself in the foot and getting doors closed that could have been opened if you don't have some base level of professionalism and a concise way of articulating your unique position in the marketplace to investors. If you're not targeting the right investors, if your marketing materials aren't dialed in to those target investors, those are all things that are going to hurt your progress. And many times the materials I see through our events at Family Office Club conferences, which we do 25 of a year, or people that email in after reading our free book on capital raising on capitalraising.com, they have deep levels of expertise, but then their materials are non-existent, or they email using a Gmail or Yahoo email address. They don't have a professional email signature. They don't have a logo. It just doesn't do them justice, and it doesn't take much to at least be at the basic par level of what industry professionals would expect. So just remember to try to invest 0.1% of what you're raising in capital in your materials, and that can help. If you're not sure what materials you should have as part of your approach to investors, you can see many different examples of well-designed materials at pitchdecks.com. It's pitchdecks with an S, pitchdecks.com. I hope that helps, and hope to see you at one of our capital raising workshops soon. Take care.